This is Grand Seiko Evolution 9 GMT and it's an almost perfect Rolex Explorer II alternative from Grand Seiko. In this video we will explore all the features of the watch and see why this is a great go anywhere, do anything watch. Because even if we take the Explorer II out of equation, it's a very close to a perfect watch. Unfortunately, the watch is not without flaws, so we will go over things that are not great and have to be improved. The watch I have for you today is the Grand Seiko Evolution 9 Spring Drive GMT SBGE283. Somehow this GMT from Grand Seiko escaped my attention and was not on my radar at all. But having this watch for review and being able to spend some time with it, I think this model has most all best things Grand Seiko has to offer today. Well-balanced design, check. Good size and proportions, check. Spring drive, check. High-intensity titanium, check. It easily can be your one and only watch. This model caught my attention recently as it was listed by a Toronto-located dealer, Wristtime Company. And I was surprised I haven't noticed it before. So I asked Karan, the owner of Wristtime Company, if he can lend me this watch for review, and here we go. Karan is kind enough to lend me very cool and different watches for my reviews, so please give him a follow on Instagram and enjoy great pictures of great watches. So let's start with the design. I am usually not a huge fan of Grand Seiko designs. There are models that I love a lot, but there are much more that I don't like. This GMT I like a lot. The design is clean, subtle and effective. You can quickly read the time, date and the second time zone time. The titanium case is a combination of high quality polishing and brushing. And the titanium bracelet is fully brushed with a slight touch of polished edges. The watch has a domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating underneath, and it does help with reducing the glare from the matte black dial. The fixed 24 hours bezel is a part of the watch design function to track a second time zone with a GMT hand. Speaking of GMT, this Grand Seiko is a flyer or true GMT with the power reserve indicator and date window. The date window has a polished frame and the date wheel matching the dial color. The date frame is also perfectly aligned with high polished markers. That's nice to see when such details are taken in consideration by a watch brand. Proving its sports watch position, the model has 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown to ensure a safe use of the watch in wet conditions. Applied and highly polished bold markers and hands are adding depth to the dial design. The perfectly polished power reserve indicator is located between 7 and 8 o'clock, and I think its asymmetry can be a deal breaker for some. I personally like it there, and I love to have this complication. It's actually very useful to know when the watch is about to stop soon, especially if you have several watches in your rotation. Grand Seiko hands and markers are famous for its natural reflection, even in the dark thanks to high quality Zaratsu polishing. But in this case they are also enhanced with the LumiBrite Lume. Here are the watch's dimensions. I measured the case with my digital calibers and it showed 42 mm. The watch is 14.1 mm thick and has 47.5 lug-to-lug distance. If we will include the bracelet and links, the lug-to-lug will rise up to 51.4 mm. That's again according to my measurements. Interestedly, Grand Seiko spec sheet suggests different measurements. According to the Grand Seiko website, the case diameter is 41 with the thickness of 13.9 and lug-to-lug distance of 48.3 mm. Digital calipers can be off, but it's still very interesting difference. The lug width is 22 mm and it would limit your choice of straps. The lugs are with drilled holes which would make bracelet and strap swaps an easy task. The watch has a very cool nod to the high horology timepieces. The seconds and the minute hands are curved at the edge for a better readability. I love that kind of small details. Both seconds and minute hands stretch all the way to the end, almost touching the dial edge. Another very nice small detail. Markers and hands are with green LumiBrite Lume. The GMT hand got a blue colored lume, which is a nice touch. The watch is a flyer or a true GMT, which means the hour hand can jump independently between hours. It's super helpful feature for people who travel a lot or if you just need to track another time zone. The watch is made out of the Grand Seiko high-intensity titanium. It's lightweight and the color is grayer, darker in appearance than stainless steel. The finishing of the case is fantastic as you can expect from Grand Seiko. The watch is powered by the Grand Seiko in-house Spring Drive 9R66 movement with stated accuracy of plus or minus 15 seconds per month. It also has an impressive 72 hours of power reserve. Spring Drive is a Grand Seiko movement that combines mechanical and quartz technologies. It's like a hybrid, an automatic movement that powers main spring by the rotor movement the same way mechanical automatic movements are. The spring drive technology helps to achieve incredible accuracy and that smooth seconds hand movement. Where does the Evolution 9 Spring Drive GMT stand in terms of pricing? In Canada, this Grand Seiko model retail is about 1,000 Canadian dollars below the Rolex Explorer II retail. But with the Rolex unavailability and higher secondary market price tag, the Grand Seiko is a more attainable option, considering that the price goes down on the gray or pre-owned markets. If you take things like titanium, spring drive, Zaratsu polishing into consideration, the Grand Seiko offer is very appealing. But it's not all roses, unfortunately. The bracelet used here does feel and look like a cheap bracelet. I don't know what's Grand Seiko deal with bracelets, but they have to step up and step up big time with their bracelets. The pin adjustment system is a joke. No one should be dealing with that system in 2025. The bracelet is with a slight taper from 22 to 20 millimeters. It has a simple 3-fold clasp with button release and no quick extension or safety lock, which is not good enough for a sports watch. End links are not even fits properly to the case. You can move them between the lugs. These things are simply unacceptable at this price point. The bracelet can be fitted to a wrist more or less precise with half links available, but any quick adjust system would be much better. On a positive note, I can say that the bracelet is very comfortable to wear, perhaps because of its lightweight. But why Grand Seiko won't upgrade their bracelets with modern tech is beyond me. How is the watch on the wrist? I spent a week with the model and it's absolutely comfortable. I am not a huge fan of titanium in general, but I welcome its use here. Yes, the watch is thick by the specs, but on the wrist it wears slimmer. It's quite compact and it's comfortable enough to be an everyday piece. Curved case lugs add to the wearability and comfort and help watch to look and feel thinner than it is. It fits comfortably under a sleeve. If you are a fan of crafted Grand Seiko dials, the model comes with a white textured surface pattern dial variant that echoes the morning mist that envelops the mountains of Nagano in Japan. So this is my review of the Grand Seiko Evolution 9 Spring Drive GMT SBGE283. In general, it's a very technical and well-made, comfortable watch with some high horology touches. Let me know your thoughts on this watch in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and happy collecting!